Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for this live presentation. What we're going to be doing is we're going to start with 5 minutes of Reiki, and then we're going to follow that up with whatever is left an hour. And we're going to do answer questions with the tarot cards. I am a psychic tarot reader, so we'll answer some questions if you have questions. And we'll just go like that. For right now, let's go ahead and get the Reiki started. If you guys have any questions about what Reiki is, what it does, anything like that, throw them up in the chat. I'm happy to answer those questions for you. Let's get it going. Right now, I'm setting the intention for the Reiki for whatever is for each of your highest and best interests, both for those of you who are viewing right now and also for those of you who view later on after this is no longer live. Either way. Diane, hello, hello. What are you going to use your Reiki for today, Ms. Diane? I forgot to say that if you have something more specific that you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to go ahead and adjust that intention for yourself. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Highest and best for you. Gotcha, gotcha. So things that I've done Reiki for clients is medical stuff, usually some pretty big medical stuff. I've done Reiki for people who were in liver failure or kidney failure, kidney failure. I've done Reiki for a little girl who was literally run over by a car, and it had amazing results in both of those situations. I've done a lot of other medical stuff too. I've also done Reiki for people who have financial situations that need a little help, to say the least, about the most, and had some really good results with that as well. I've also seen it work really well for people to help with relieving anxiety and phobias, things like that. And it also helps with relationships. So lots of great things that the Reiki will help with. Chakoya, hello, hello. What are you using your Reiki for today, Miss Chakoya? I forgot to look what time we started Reiki, so we're going to count it from right now, which is 59 after the hour. That means at 4 after the next hour is when we're going to stop with the Reiki and switch over to tarot card readings. Highest and best for you too. Okay, okay. Well, thank you for the thumbs up. I'm assuming that that's Diane and Shakoya that have given me the thumbs up. If somebody else has, well, thank you. Thank you, just the same. So 4 more minutes of Reiki since I started counting time. I've got a lot of Reiki energy going out to somebody's left ankle area. Ankle and heel, I feel like. I don't know if somebody like crushed their heel or did something to their ankle and their heel, but a lot of Reiki going out to that part of the body right now. And I also don't know if that's somebody who's watching right now or somebody who will tune in later, but either way. Wait, I said left ankle and heel. I meant to say right ankle or heel. I've always been one of those people. You can say left, doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to go the right direction. It always cracks me up when people say, well, I know where my left is. That's where my heart is. That just totally befuddles me. Where? I have no idea. I have no idea where my heart is. I know it's supposed to be on the left side, but it doesn't feel like I can just feel it in my body like that. Crystal Harris, welcome back. Glad you're here, my dear. How are you tonight? We're doing Reiki right now. What are you using your Reiki for? 5 times running the trail. Oh, goodness. It sounds like you never let it heal up very good from the first time and you were pushing it. Would that be an accurate guess? Somebody impatient like me. Oh, I'm healed up enough. Let me just get out there. Where do you run on the trail too, AP? I also want to know that. Sounds right. So where do you run on trails? I like hiking. I'm not a runner anymore. I did something to my knee a long time ago, so I don't run so much. But I do like to hike. Connecticut. Oh, so you're in the Appalachians. I'm assuming. Maybe not. Maybe you're not even in mountains. I like my Rocky Mountain trails and foothills trails. How much more time do we have left? 2 more minutes left on the Reiki. And 1 more minute. Got a lot of solar plexus. Somebody is really soaking up energy in the solar plexus right now. That has to do with how you present yourself in the world. What type of posture do you have? What kind of accent do you use when you talk? What kind of words do you choose? What kind of clothes do you wear? How you express yourself or present yourself in the world. A lot of time that ties in with our self-esteem too, doesn't it? All right, so we've got the Reiki wrapped up. Okay, who has a question? Who wants a message from Spirit? Who wants help with the affirmation? Tell me what you like. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you like. Message from Spirit for Ms. Crystal Harris. Same for Diane. I should be writing this stuff down, shouldn't I? Ba-da-da-da-da-da. And Diane. Who's next? Chakoya. Bethany. Aw, you didn't say hi. Are you feeling shy? We're glad you're here. Okay. Whoop, whoop. Let's rock and roll. I'm going to be here for about 51, 52 more minutes. Let's see what we can get knocked out in that amount of time. La da 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 da. Okay, starting with a message from Spirit for Ms. Crystal. Ba-da-da-da. So basically, you want to know, will your friend, talking to AP, will your friend, in quotation marks, DP, give you some money if you ask, let's say, in exchange of energy? So here's what I'm going to need: a little bit of clarification before I ask this question. So here's what I'm going to tell you that I want to know so that I ask it correctly. I'm going to need to know, when you say it's an exchange of energy, when you ask for the money, are you going to be proposing that I will do such and such if you will give me this money? You know? Are you going to be offering some kind of service? Are you going to be offering some kind of product? Here, you can use my washer and dryer for the next 2 weeks if you'll give me $50 or $75 or whatever. Is there actually something like that you're going to be proposing to offer in exchange for the money? That's what I want to know. Or are you just going to be asking them to give you the money? Because that's going to change how I ask the question. So, message from Spirit for Crystal Harris. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so Ms. Crystal, your situation that Spirit wants to talk to you about starts off with the Eight of Batons showing up in reverse, covered by Four of Cups in reverse. So here's what we have. The Eight of Batons in reverse talks to me about a lack of communication. So not much communication going back and forth. And there's also this idea of, well, things are quiet now. I could be disappointed about this and I could have a pity party because things are quiet right now, but I'm not letting this really bother me. I'm letting any kind of disappointment float off of my back like water off of a duck's back. And I am looking at what else can I be doing with my time since I'm not spending so much time communicating with this person. Okay. So that's your situation that we're going to be talking about today, Crystal. Next, we're going to look at heads up, things you need to know about this situation, or advice. Thank you for that feedback. And then, of course, guys, super chats are always appreciated, but never required. Let's see what we have from Ms. Crystal for heads up or advice. We have La Batelier, the Magician. I have no idea if I pronounced that right or not, just so y'all know. I would not copy off of me. The Magician, followed by the Eight of Swords in reverse, and the Nine of Coins also in reverse. That's interesting. Okay, so the Magician talks about the idea that basically, Ms. Crystal, you can manifest anything that you want to manifest in your life. Okay? So whether you're hearing communication from somebody or not really doesn't matter. You've got all the power. And in fact, it might be better. Maybe that other person distracted you. I don't know. But anyway, even with lack of communication, you can manifest anything that you want in your life. The Magician can. He is my master manifestor card. Just means he can do it. And that means you can do it because you're who we're reading about. Okay. Here's the thing. Eight of Swords showing up in reverse says that for you to manifest anything that you want to manifest, you got to quit overthinking this situation. You got to quit thinking in circles about this person that's not talking to you. Nope. Drop that. Drop that focus. Focus on what you want to manifest. Okay. Do you want to manifest a successful romantic relationship? Focus on that. Don't focus on this person. Focus on what that relationship looks like and focus on appreciating those things that are happening between you and other people that are wonderful. Even if it's your mom or your sister and you have these fabulous conversations with them, start focusing on appreciating those fabulous conversations, or just the way they make you feel special or important, if they remember your birthday or whatever. Find those things that, if that's your focus, then find those things that you like about other relationships and start really appreciating them and focusing on those. Don't be focusing on anything other than that. That's part of manifesting. Don't be focusing on something where something's not going right and thinking about it in circles. No, because all you're doing is you're bringing to you more of that not rightness. Ugh, ugh. Nobody needs that, right? Here's the thing. Nine of Coins in reverse. This is going to make that person miss you. I feel like this is your heads up right here. This is going to make that person miss you. If you focus on yourself and manifest those things that you want to create in your life, all of a sudden this person's going to be missing you. Because why? Because you have things going on in your life that you have things to talk about. You have things that you're interested in. You're not just all about them and suffocating them. In fact, you may even, if they decide that they want to talk to you again, you may even kind of neglect them so that you can focus on these other things, which is going to make you more mysterious, more intriguing, more of a conquest. So that's your heads up there. Focus on yourself. Quit thinking in circles about this person that's not communicating with you. We don't care. Who cares? How many fish are there in the sea, for Pete's sake? And with the 9 of coins, that's how they start to be interested in you. Which is interesting because I'm just realizing now this foreign words have me all confused. This is actually the 6 of coins, but it came across to me totally as the 9 of coins in reverse. So I'm calling it the 9 of coins in reverse. It still says the same thing. Actually, let's act like this is 4 cards. Let's go with this as the 6 of coins right side up too. This basically says that, things become more even once you focused on yourself more and this person comes back around, things become more even. I think things are going to become more even because I think this person's been breadcrumbing you. And I think that when they come back around, you're going to be interested in doing your other things, whether their relationship in, uh, entangled or not. You're going to be more interested in doing your other things. And so you're essentially going to end up giving them about as much energy as they're giving you. Not so bad. All right. So what's hard? What's hard, Miss Crystal? You're quite welcome. I'm still curious about what's hard, though. Is it hard not to think about them? Is that the thing? Yeah. Okay, so there's something that you should look up that I just recently learned that there was a word for. There's this lady that does videos about it, but I can't think of her name. But I'm going to give you this word that you should look up because it's going to help you understand a little bit more about yourself if you can look into this a little bit. I'm not quite sure how to spell it. It might be like that or it might be like this. Either way. It talks about this phenomena that sometimes we have of really being attracted or drawn to people who give us not so much energy. And then that makes us really, really want them more sometimes. Not for everybody, but for some people, especially if we grew up in a certain type of toxic household. All right, let's see. Diane is up next. Thank you for help with that spelling, AP. I appreciate that. Okay, Diane. Message from Spirit for Diane. Ma-da-da-da. Diane, you still in the room, honey bunny? I'm hoping you are. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Casual relationships staying the same way, but nothing is free. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Gotcha. Okay, there's Diane. Yay, let's look at your cards, Diane. 7 of coins showing up in reverse. Covered by, the 3 of cups. Okay, so here's the deal, Diane. That you've got some kind of financial issue going on with somebody that you would consider a friend or a colleague. Okay. And this person has set your expectations for a certain payday, and that's not happening. Okay. So that payday might happen at another time, but it's not happening at the date that they made you expect it. All right. So that's kind of sticky when it's a friend or a colleague, right? Oh, that's a tricky situation because you want your money, you deserve your money, but you don't want to lose a friend out of the deal. All right. So let's see. What's the best advice or heads up here? Hermit. Eight of Cups in reverse. Hmm. Hanged Man right side up. I actually want to clarify this Hermit and see who's the Hermit. You or the other person. By the way, guys, super chats are never required, but always appreciated. Is this Diane that you're advising to be the Hermit? Ooh. Yeah. Okay. All right. I've got the clarification I need here. So when the Hermit shows up, Diane, best advice is to spend some time alone. Really consider, okay, what do I want to do with this situation? Is this amount of money that I'm owed worth this friendship, you know, or not? All right. So whenever I expanded this, I think it's kind of interesting just to look at the expansion that came out. I'm not going to expand every message from Spirit, but I just wanted to know if this is you or not, which it is. You need to be the Hermit. We start off with La Force, which is the Strength card in reverse. L'Amoureux, which is the Lovers in reverse. Valet de Coups in reverse. So that would be like the Page of Cups. Okay, so with Strength and the Lovers showing up here, this is basically telling me that this partnership that you have is not that strong anyway. This person that's paying you, like, this is not a strong partnership. This isn't something that's written in stone. It's not a long-term thing. You know, we already kind of know that because it's a friendship. I mean, I guess this is saying it's not that great of a friendship, but it's still a friendship. All right. And it looks to me like with this Valet de Coups coming up as the last card out of that expansion of my Hermit card, you kind of want to keep to yourself until this person says, hey, you know, I really appreciate our friendship, or I appreciate that we can work together, whatever it might happen to be. But until then, you want to kind of keep to yourself when this person doesn't come through on the pay like they say they're going to. You don't want to be saying, hey, how are you doing? You don't want to be checking on, when are you going to be getting me that money? Hey, how is your kid doing? Nay, nay, none of that. Zip it. Nothing. Nothing. Because you should be kind of wondering, is your friendship worth this amount of money to this person? So you're going to be quiet. You're going to let things play out. You're going to see what happens with this person. You're going to let them come to you. All right. Eight of Cups in reverse. Once they come to you, then it'll be fine for you to start communicating with them again. So apparently, when they come to you, they're going to have something to say about, hey, I'm really sorry I wasn't able to pay you when I thought I was going to be able to. This is the new plan. Something like that. Okay. Once that happens, then you're able to be back on terms with them because now you understand they're not just jacking you over. Something's up. And they've had the courtesy to come and tell you that. All right. Now, the Hanged Man and right side up. This basically says that by um, allowing that to play out in that way, you will get your pay, but it's going to take a while for it to come through. Hanged Man. Hanged Man, whenever it's like this, that's a period of waiting. Okay? Didn't come up like that. Came up like this. This tells me that there is a period of waiting. before this card flips over for you. And after that period of waiting, that's when that money breaks free. Okay. So it won't be instantaneous once you guys are actually talking again that this person's going to be able to pay you back, but they will pay you back partly because they know that you mean business by just cutting them off when they didn't pay you when they said they would, not saying anything. I mean, you're handling it very gracefully. You're just not interested in spending time with them until they come to you and let you know what the plan is. Okay. And then there's still a point of waiting, and then they will pay you back. All right, so that's from Ms. Diane. Chakoya, you still in the room? Message from Spirit for Ms. Chakoya. Still going to be here about 34 more minutes. There she is. There she is. Yay. All righty, here we go. Ba-da-da-da-da. I need to put AP on the list with the questions so I don't forget. Alrighty. Chakoya. Okay, your situation looks like this. 10 of Swords. This is kind of exciting. King of Swords in reverse. I get a little bit of joy out of yours, Shakoya, when they look like they might actually be promising to my 33 for the 19th or 20th time mind. So 10 of Swords with this King of Swords showing up in reverse. I know some people think swords are all bad, but that's not true. 10 of Swords talks about the ending of something that has been some source of long-term conflict or tension. Sometimes this can be a crappy relationship that we're ending because, it's made us tense and anxious for a long time. That kind of fits the definition, but it doesn't have to be. It can be the ending of people around you gossiping. It can be the ending of a lot of different things, but it is a long-term source of tension or debate that is coming to an end here. And it's coming to an end with a grumpy, sarcastic, lying jerk. So you've had a grumpy, sarcastic, lying jerk in your sphere of influence who has been making your life miserable or anxious or upset for the long term. Now that is coming to an end. Here's the thing, Chakoya. I think this person is actually bringing it to an end. Mr. Grumpy Liar is bringing it to an end. I don't care. I still think that's fantastic because do we want to keep things going with a Mr. Grumpy Liar? No, we do not. What would be the point of that? Do we want to spend the rest of our lives with a Mr. Grumpy Liar? No, we do not. Who cares who brings it to an end? Let him bring it to an end. Thank you for bringing it to an end. That's what I have to say. So that's the situation that we're going to talk about right now, my dear. Now, Shakoya's been coming to this room a lot. She knows she's going to have attitude from me at some point. She's used to it. I hope you're used to it. I hate it that on the other end of this camera, you might be crying about this guy because I'm just very happy that bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. That's what I have to say. All right, here we go. Best advice or heads up. 4 of Cups. Ooh, you are having that pity party, aren't you? Stop that. Let's see what else comes up. 8 of Batons. And the Queen of Swords. Okay. No more tears? I am glad. Okay. So with the Four of Cups, there was a pity party, I'm going to say, where you just kind of soaked in all that disappointment and wallowed in it. But I don't know if this already happened and Spirit's just giving you some perspective or if Spirit's advising this. With the Eight of Batons showing up right side up, this talks about lots of communication. And with our Queen of Swords showing up here, this is lots of communication with someone else, okay? Someone else who's interested in boys. So it can be a friend who happens to be gay, or it can be with a friend who is female. But this is lots of communication with somebody who is also into boys, okay, or men, however you want to look at that. And that's really the heads up or the advice. Now, lots of communication is not necessarily romantic. Of course, it doesn't take it off the table, but lots of communication with somebody else is going to help you, or maybe has already helped you with processing this and getting beyond this. Now, my Queen of Swords type personality, whether this is, first of all, what you need to know is this may or may not be a female. What I can tell you for sure about this person is that romantically, they are interested in men. Okay. They could be either gender, but they're interested in men romantically. The other thing you need to know about this person is they think things through very logically. They don't let emotions come through when they're making decisions about things, even about romantic things. Okay. So this is somebody who can help you logic through, okay, well, what kind of flags did you have? Did we have red flags or green flags? Okay, well, did we have more red flags or more green flags? So talking to somebody else really helps you to become more objective about this situation. All right. That's what we've got for you, Miss Jacoya. All right. And I'm glad there's no more tears now. We definitely don't want to cry over liars. I don't know. Sometimes I cry over boys or men. I don't want to cry over a liar. You're quite welcome. Bethany, are you in the room? You're up next. I'm going to be here for about 28 more minutes. You guys, thank you very much for being here and keeping me company, keeping me on my toes. Super chats are always appreciated, never required. Okay, Ms. Bethany is here. Here we go. Here we go. What is your picture, Miss Bethany? It's super tiny on my screen. Is that your face? It almost looks like 3 fingers, so I'm not sure if that's your face or if you're trying to show off an engagement ring or what that is. Keep in mind, it's super tiny. I'm not trying to be insulting at all. It is your face. Okay. All right. Bethany, Bethany, Bethany. Message from Spirit for Ms. Bethany. Okay, here we go. Ba-da-da-da. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. You have an interesting thing going on here. Wow, your cards just got more and more interesting the more that I laid them down, Miss Bethany. Let's see what we have for you. Chrissy. Do you want a message from Spirit? Do you want one question answered, or do you want help with an affirmation? And I would recommend check out the description box if you have questions about what those all are. And then you can answer me. I'm still going to be here for about 26 more minutes. All right, so Bethany, that's what I'm working on right now. You start off with the sun. Okay, covered by the Roi de Batons. King of Wands, but he's in reverse. Single, you want to know what's coming for you in love for your question? So, Chrissy, give me a time frame on that, please. Like, do you want to know in the next 6 months, the next 20 years? What are we talking here? Ba-da-da-da-da-da. So going back to Bethany, the sun with the ray of batons. So basically what we have is you have found out the truth about somebody who's in your sphere of influence, who normally thinks outside the box, doesn't let culture or society tell them how to do things. But right now, they may be feeling depressed. This is somebody who normally is very upbeat, very happy. They like to make people around them laugh. When they come up in reverse, they can be really having some troubles being happy. Okay. So there's some kind of truth that has come to you about somebody in your life who is probably full blown depressed. Maybe that's the truth that came to you, or maybe it's something else about this person. Either way, either way, now you know some kind of truth about this person. They are depressed. Let's look at best advice or heads up for Ms. Bethany. Chrissy, love life 3 months. And she's single. Spirit is saying, so she says. We'll get into that later, though. All right. Let's look. Best advice or heads up from Ms. Bethany. Let's focus, focus, focus. So, best advice or heads up, we have the 7 of coins, 10 of coins, the Lady of Swords. Okay, Page of Swords. Okay, I think this person is depressed because even with the paydays that they have, they are not making enough money. They are not making enough money. Maybe this is the truth that came out with the Page of Swords. I think somebody has come and like whispered this in your ear. So I'm going to tell you, first of all, this is true because it comes up under the Sun card. This is true that their budget is not working out very well. Even with their paydays, they're not being able to cover all their expenses. They are spending, with that 10 of coins coming up in reverse, they are spending a lot more than they're making. Okay. So I don't know if you were questioning this message, if you thought somebody was just trying to make you not think so highly of this person, or what the deal is. But this is basically a confirmation for you that this is a true message. Hello there, Jasmine. I'll tell you what, honey bunny, read what's in the description box and then tell me what you want. Once you've read the description, tell me if you want a question answered, if you want a message from spirit, or if you want a help with an affirmation. I am going to be here for about 22 more minutes. Is that right? Yeah. And hello, by the way. All right, so AP is up next. After AP is then Chrissy. AP. Guys, if you like interacting in videos like this, definitely you want to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I do also do forecasts for every sign every day. Those come out at midnight Mountain Time here in the US. AP. Are you still in the room, AP? Okay, so Jasmine, we need some, what do you call that? We need some periods and commas and stuff, so I know exactly what you're asking. Thank you, AP, for checking in. Punctuation. That's the word I was trying to find. We need some punctuation there, Jasmine. You're not in that much of a hurry, honey. I've still got a whole other question or two to answer before I get to you. So you can write it out longhand, make it make sense. Okay, AP wants to know, what was AP's question? If AP asks, DP to give her some money, honey, what will DP's response be? Let's find out. Excuse me. Whoa. Well, I don't think this is going to be really pretty, but I do think he's going to give you some money. All right. So here's what we've got. King of Swords showing up in reverse. This is somebody who's grumpy. Grumpy and a liar is what I'm hearing. Four of Cups. He's going to be having a total pity party about this whole idea. He's going to be like, whoa, I didn't think it was like that. Five of Coins in reverse. Yes, he is going to give you some money. I would not say probably very much with the Five of Coins in reverse. It's going to be just enough to get you a little bit of breathing room in your budget. La Papesse. The whole idea of this is going to have him really confused about what's going on here. This is going to be really confusing for him. We go back to that idea of, I didn't think it was like that. Now he's wondering, is it like that? Should he be making an appointment? All right. And then we have the Seven of Wands showing up here. This is him putting up boundaries. He may want to communicate less. He may want to come around less. He may decide that this is not exactly what he wants. So he may put up some boundaries afterwards. But will he give you some money? Yeah, he'll give you a little. He'll give you a little. Oh, but he will be. He didn't think it was like that. All right, so that's AP. Chrissy, are you still in the room? You're up next, baby. Chrissy. Chrissy with the puppy dog on the picture. Thank you for the thumbs ups. I didn't see those last two come in. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, Chrissy's here. Okay, Chrissy wants to know what's going on in her love life for the next 3 months, please. She does say that she's single. That's the story that we're hearing, the story that we're reading. Da 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 da. Next 3 months. Let's see what we have. Well, you've got some stuff happening, all right. Let's take a peek. Two of Swords showing up in reverse, followed by Seven of Swords showing up in reverse, followed by the Magician in reverse, followed by the Hanged Man, right side up, followed by the Five of Coins in reverse. No, Four of Coins in reverse. Darn it. I like the five better. Oops. It's a lot of action. Let's just say that. All right, let's walk through it. Two of Swords showing up in reverse just means there's some type of confusion. You're having some type of confusion about what is going on in my love life, actually. I can see why that would be, because you're telling me you're single and Spirit already tipped me off. Well, so she says. Which tells me one of two things is going on. Either there's somebody out there that thinks that you're taken, or there's somebody, you are actually technically single, but you've got somebody so strong on your mind that there's no room for anybody else to nudge into your love life. One of the two is happening. With this confusion coming up, kind of some confirmation here. You don't really know what's going on in your love life right now. There's stuff happening, but you're not really sure exactly what it is. Been there. Been there. Seven of Batons coming up in reverse. How long did we say we're doing? 3 months here? So this is going to be about 3 or 4 weeks out that this is going to start. Seven of Batons in reverse is letting down your guard, letting down your boundaries, letting people in. Okay. So we like this. This talks really about allowing yourself to be asked out on dates. This can also be I don't have really anything indicating an ex here. This can be an ex that you had boundaries up around that maybe you're like saying, oh, maybe we can see each other after all. Could be. If that's going on, I do think you're seeing other people too, though, because you're letting down your boundaries to more than one person, I think. You're getting to know other people. You're getting open to the idea of, maybe I can date. Maybe I can date around. This other person says they can date around. They're saying we're single. Maybe it's okay if I date around. That's kind of where you are there. All right. Now, Magician showing up in reverse. This is just saying, no chemistry, not feeling the chemistry. I might be going on a lot of dates, but I'm not really feeling any chemistry with these guys. The fire is not there. Passionate is not there. This would be like the Magician. The Magician right side up, sizzling hot nights. The Magician knows all the right places to press, all the right places to blow, all the right places to lick to make you happy, happy, happy. When this guy is in reverse, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There's no chemistry there. Okay? Now, next thing that we have coming up, Hanged Man. So I think you're going to date around for a little while. You're going to get a little bit tired of the idea that nobody's really tripping your trigger. And you're going to be like, you know what? I'm taking a break. This is happening about the 2 month and a week, 2 month and 2 weeks time frame. You're going to be taking a break for a little while. Then once we get closer to the 3 month time frame, we've got the Four of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Four of Pentacles showing up in reverse is telling me that you are putting out some energy to meet some people. You're probably paying for some type of online matching service, or I guess it wouldn't even have to be online, but you're paying for some kind of service to help you meet people. Once we get closer to the 3 month period, somewhere between 2.5 and 3 months. If you have never had a relationship before, that's okay. I still think there is something going on with somebody that you have messed around with to where there's some confusion there about what exactly is the status? What exactly is he thinking? And I think it makes you feel like, I don't know if I should be dating other people right now or not. Okay. Thank you, AP. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. You're quite welcome. All righty. I'm still going to be here about 12 more minutes. I think there was somebody else that had a question, right? Did Jasmine ever come up with a question? Yes. Okay, Jasmine. Okay, you never reworded that question, so I don't know exactly what you're asking. Remember I asked you for pronunciation? So here's what I'm going to ask you. Let me just ask you some questions. Since we didn't get pronunciation, let's ask some questions. First of all, Ms. Jasmine, are you suspecting a particular person? Are we asking if a particular person is stalking you, or just in general if you have a stalker? Because honestly, I think we pretty much all have stalkers. Just stalkers in general. Okay. All right. And so you're getting worried about it. Tell me why you're getting worried about it. What's going on that's making you worried about this idea that you may have stalkers? Okay, social media getting hacked. All right. All right, that's cool. Every once in a while, you'll have something come up where somebody has, they've gotten death threats or craziness. And in that case, they shouldn't be talking to me. They should be talking to the cops. So I'd like to make sure we're at least talking to the appropriate person. So Jasmine wants to know, is there somebody that is stalking her on social media and hacking her accounts? Is there somebody that's stalking her on social media because of they like the idea of hacking her accounts? Yes, and they're good at it. Is this somebody that Jasmine actually knows in person? Is this somebody that Jasmine actually knows in person? Mm. Mm-mm. I don't think you know them in person. I do think that if I was you with the cards that I'm seeing on this table, and we'll talk about these in a second, I would safeguard my financial accounts. I would not purchase anything online unless I knew for sure that I was working with a secure site or an encrypted site. And I know that like for Google Chrome, you'll see in the search bar, there'll be like a little padlock symbol when it's a secure site. If it's not that, then you definitely don't want to be giving your information because these people are interested in your money. All right. So let's look at what I've got here. You start off with the Page of Swords in reverse. That is my stalker card. Okay. That's somebody digging for information they're stalking. So that confirms that Spirit knows I was asking, if you have somebody stalking you with intentions of hacking you. Now, Chariot card in reverse. This is somebody who I think they don't move around a lot. They have like a home base that they stay at. So this is not somebody who, um, first of all, I don't think that they attack just everybody. They're very particular about who they choose to focus on. But also, I feel like nobody really knows because they do it from the privacy of their own home. Like nobody knows. They're not doing this on break time at work or something like that either. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse, they're not having as much success as they would like to have actually with stalking you. Okay. Four of Swords in reverse also talks about this idea that they've taken a break from stalking you and then they come back to it again. Okay. So you might notice that it kind of goes in cycles, that everything is quiet for a while and then they show back up. And then when they show back up, we've got the Magician. This is where I said they're really good at what they do. So they know how to hack when they want to hack. Okay. Now, when I asked about if this is somebody that you know, I got a tie, which for me basically means probably not. I really don't think that you do. We have basically the Knight of Cups showing up here in reverse. This is basically saying this is somebody with a really negative attitude. They just don't like people in general. Okay. Nine of Swords in reverse. Hacking is something that actually brings them some stress relief. It's almost like solving a puzzle for them. Okay. This is kind of a new thing they started with the Fool card coming up. This isn't something that they've done for years and years. This is sort of a new thing that they've started. Four of Pentacles, they've put a lot of energy and effort into figuring out how to do this and do this well. And the 10 of Pentacles, this is the payoff that they're ultimately looking for. I don't think they really know how to hack into financial stuff yet. They're still working on that. I feel like they're still putting the puzzle pieces together. So hacking into your social media, eh, that's a step on the progress on the way. So once again, like I said earlier, be very careful with your financial information. Don't be giving it to somebody who calls you or whatever. Just, be careful. Make sure you're always, if you're doing anything online, that it's on a secure site. Don't give these people opportunity to mess with your stuff. Typically, I only answer one question here in these free videos, honey. So actually, I've already answered two for you. I don't want to be like, I just did that out of concern and curiosity, but I don't want to be unfair to everybody else. So if you want to look deeper into that, I do offer like one question readings on my website. You can check that out, see if that's, you know, something that you want to look at in a one question reading. Or I do offer live readings as well. Up to you. Those of you who like these types of interactive videos, feel free to go ahead and subscribe to me if you haven't already and hit that bell button so you know whenever I go live. I do also do forecasts for every single sign every single day. Those come out at midnight Mountain Time. I have a lot of fun here. So I do Reiki. If you check out my website, I do Reiki. I also do mentoring for those people who are looking to expand their psychic abilities or even find out if they're psychic. I also do mentoring for people who to help them manifest those things that they want to manifest in their lives. And of course, I do long distance Reiki and long distance readings. And readings, I do one or two questions. Those are pre-recorded, or I do live readings. For those, you can get 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour. All that stuff's on my website. You can check it all out. And feel free to get a hold of me if you have questions about it. So I think that I've been here long enough, everybody. I'm like 3 minutes short of an hour. It's time for me to get out of here. Everybody have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you guys back on the next video. Peace out.